hello, hello, hey, hello, 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 hey, hello,
hello, hello, and welcome to episode 58. This is the Hello, It's Me, I am K Nicole podcast, and I am your host, K Nicole. We are back and better than ever. I am so excited to be here, and I have a very, very special guest in the building. We have DAMEZ.
What's up? What's up?
Woo, woo, woo. Now, if you're an OG, then you know DAMEZ, because DAMEZ has been here twice before. Mm-hmm. But the last time I seen you was in 2022.
Oh, I can't believe it's been so long.
What in the world? I'm like looking at the calendar. I'm like, there's no way. Right. I'm going back to the episode. I'm like, no. It was really in 2022. In January. It was the beginning.
Like, that's over 3 years ago.
Over 3 years ago. I'm like,
that's crazy.
All right. I'm ready. Let's jump back in, right?
How you been?
Good. I feel like I had to go through some things. Mm-hmm. I had to get through some things to bring me back to this space.
Same.
But I feel good. I'm inspired again. I'm motivated again. I told you I just quit my job. I had to let that job go.
Okay.
Because I feel like it was weighing me down. I didn't have time to do anything. I did not have it was the worst case of creative block for me. And I was trying to force myself through it, trying to, make time. Okay, when I clock out, I can just try to do this. Or, okay, when I clock out, I'm going to edit. But it's just like, girl, you're not even making good work.
Right.
You're not doing what you usually do. You're not putting on for the girls. So I had to just take a step back and really evaluate what I want in life right now and where I want to go within the next 2 to 3 years. And if I want to get to that spot, we're going to have to start picking it back up now. So that's where I'm at with it.
You look great.
Well, thank you. You look great. I was like, hold on, wait. Because y'all know the last time we talked about DAMEZ and his haircuts. Oh. We was talking about DAMEZ and his haircuts. DAMEZ has to go get the haircut when it's time to go get the haircut.
I got to, man.
Exactly.
My hair grows so fast. So people be like, oh my God, you look. But I'm like, honestly, if y'all knew how fast my hair grew, y'all would probably be just the same way.
We gotta keep it on schedule, okay? But how
stay
have
on
you
point.
been too? What's been going on? It's been 3 years. Tell me something.
It's been 3 years. Kind of really the same. I've had to get through a lot to get to here. Kind of like you said. I went through a phase of I'm a full-time artist now.
Ooh, congratulations!
Thank you.
Look, we quit. We quit.
Right. But just like you, the job just started to get to a point where it was just becoming it was taking too much of my capacity. Yeah. And capacity just became a really big theme and concept of my late 20s, transitioning into my 30s and just really understanding capacity more. And I just didn't really have the capacity that I needed to have, that I wanted to have for my dream and my passion anymore, because it was all going towards other responsibilities. So just had to figure out how to get to a place where I could literally I think life is so short that we have to figure out how to live it, how we want to live our lives. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. The scheduling was a big problem for me.
Yeah.
I was
huge.
My whole day is gone. I was working at 10 to 7. So my whole day was gone. I'm I'm still crocheting. I'm still making lip gloss. I'm still doing all those things and running my businesses. And for my crochet business, a big part of my content is going to Hobby Lobby and going shopping. I do a video every time I go there, and I'm like, okay, so they open at 9. Okay, they close at 8. So I would have to go at 9 and rush to get home in enough time to clock in at 10, or I clock out at 7. Then I'm going to have to leave here and then rush to try to get there before 8. So I'm like, I can't even make the video that does the best on my profile without being stressed out of the schedule. I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna, and that's just one part of it. That's just the shopping part. That's not even me sitting down to actually make the pieces and make the other content and go live and engage with everybody. I'm trying to pull myself in so many different directions. I don't have time to sit from 10 to 7. I can't do it.
Right.
But I'm glad you're doing amazing. Full-time artist is everything that I wanted to hear.
Thank you.
And y'all know I got a list. And when DAMEZ come, I need to know all the tea. Okay, so you know how I am. Let's talk about it.
Let's get it.
Never satisfied.
Never satisfied.
With DAMEZ is the title of this episode.
Okay.
So we are getting into it.
We're getting into it.
Oh, we need to do our little cheers.
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 Congratulations.
Thank you, and congratulations to you too.
Thank you.
Podcast number 3 together. I love to see it.
Together. Back again.
And that's what I call a light skin mimosa.
Refreshing. Refreshing. All right.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, baby.
We have done 2 episodes together. But this feels like an evolution.
This does.
This feels like an evolution. So we dropped Never Satisfied. That was on Valentine's Day.
Surprise drop.
Surprise drop. Let's talk about that. I was like, hold on. Because you was like, wait, surprise. I was like, oh. This some Beyonce type stuff. We trying to break the internet? Okay.
Trying to break the internet. No, but I felt like, I did, this is my 7th project. I feel like I did 6 releases before in my career, and I just felt like I wanted to try something different, and I feel like I also have more music planned for this year. Spoiler alert. And so I said, why not just do different types of like rollouts and release strategies instead of keep doing the same thing. I've done the whole like announcing and drop the cover and the date and all of that. And
like a pre-save type of thing.
The pre-save, the pre-order type of deal. I felt like it would have been a bit more impactful to do it the way I did it. And I feel like it really kind of paid off because people just really didn't see it coming. And I think because it was, Valentine's Day fell on a Friday, which is New Music Friday anyway. It just really kind of aligned perfectly. Yeah.
I love that. The surprise drop, I mean, even me, because like I'm a fan, I'm a follower. I'm because I didn't see nothing about no new music.
Right.
So, and I feel like I got a little inside scoop. And I was like, okay, we're doing a little surprise drop. I love that for you. So that you said it worked out. So it
worked out. It's been about a couple weeks now. I dropped my country song at the end of January. So that was like my first music release of the year. And but no one saw a whole project coming like 2 weeks later. So so that was like, kind of like got people like, ooh, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the country song, I literally wrote that down. I'm like, okay, so we have a variety of different styles happening on this new project. I was like, now we popped out with a little bit of country.
I had to tap in.
I was like, hold on, because it's perfect for the summer. Y'all see where this year is going. So I was like, okay, I was listening to it. I was like, hold on. Because now I'm about to put a little 1-2 step together. Okay. I was like, don't let me get too excited. Don't let me get too excited.
I love that.
But what made you really want to do an R&B album? Like what kind of inspired you there?
So R&B's always been like my roots. Even before like I ever started like rapping, like I was singing at home. R&B was just like my first ever album was Destiny's Child's Writings on the Wall. And I grew up on, that and Destiny's Child and Usher and, Mariah Carey and, a lot of the late 90s acts. My dad was listening to a lot of stuff. I mean, I remember like from Jodeci to Casey and JoJo to just everybody. My mom was a big Whitney fan. She loved Toni Braxton. So R&B, which is always playing in the house, in the car, growing up. And so I feel like, it was kind of a natural progression. Okay. I feel like it was like, I had always done R&B stuff before, like in my catalog for the past 10 years. I have plenty of R&B records out there, but never a fully like conceptualized like R&B project. Right. So I feel like it was just time. Like it was just time to finally like get R&B names.
Yeah, long overdue. Yeah, I feel that. So we have, it's just a lot going on. Y'all need to go listen to the album because I mean, and it's like I was listening to it while I was cleaning the house because I do stuff like that. Like I listen to Beyonce when I'm working or when I'm trying to power through something, cleaning or anything. I was like, we about to turn this on, guy, clean up some stuff.
Love that.
Moving furniture around, doing all this stuff, getting ready for the episode today. And I was like, okay, 1-2 step is coming soon. It's coming.
I love that. I want to see it.
We gonna have to look. And you see how people are really blowing up their music like that on the internet right now? We need to dance. We gonna figure it out. Okay. And then we gonna put it out there.
For sure.
So back to the country song though. Back to the country song. Do you drink whiskey for real?
I do.
Ooh, y'all have to put me on because that's on my bucket list. I'm like, I see what kind of summer we having. I don't know nothing about whiskey, y'all.
I like whiskey. One of my best friends, shout out to Peanut. He is a big whiskey drinker. I mean, every time that's his thing. And so like when I know I'm with him, I know I'm gonna be forced to drink some Jack Daniels. But I really got into it a lot more last year. I was with all my like cowboy stuff and like being out in Houston at that show I did in Texas, and just like when Sir Davis came out, I got me a couple bottles.
Look, and I still haven't tried it.
Really?
No.
Should have brought you some.
I don't think they ship it here.
They don't
ship it here.
It's hard to find.
None of my. I'm like, okay, I got family over here. I'm like, none of the states where I got family. They
got them in some of the liquor stores. It's just hard to find.
It's hard to find. Exactly. I was like, I seen people like running out and grabbing them. I'm like, oh my god! But I'm looking. I'm not seeing it. I'm like, okay,
I really love like a cup of some whiskey and some ginger beer.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay. Y'all gonna have to put me on because I don't know what I'm doing with whiskey. But it's so funny. My fiance's mom, she was like, I got you. I was like, okay, because we're all going to the concert together. I'm like, please put me on because I can't
also,
go.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Like you just slid that in.
I just slid that in. I just slid that in.
Congratulations. Hello, Ring. Hey. Love that for you.
I'm excited. New chapter of life.
Love that.
A whole totally new, different chapter since the last time you saw me.
Love that. So I feel like some of these songs probably connected with you then.
Do you know? I was like, Dames was talking about me. I was like, this, me and him was feeling the same thing on this one. Hey. And then once we got to heaven, heaven on earth, I was like, this is me now.
This is me now. I love that.
This is me now. So yes, the album did really resonate with me. I feel like I'm in a very different place in my life. And I was like, but also I feel like it went in stages. Like I was in that spot where I was never satisfied. I was in that spot where I was kind of asking myself those questions like, do I want to give this another try? Do I really want to put myself out there again? Or is it just fuck love? Like, which one is it?
Right.
So I was listening to... bumping. I was having a good time. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about your creative process this time. So how did all of this happen? And then how long have you been working on the project before you put it out?
So, good question. I feel like, so the oldest song on this album is actually Heaven on Earth. And I did that one back in 2020.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was, it's been over 5 years. And then the most recent song I did was the title track. I did that song. I cut that song like a few days before I turned the album in, which is like the weekend before it came out.
Oh my gosh.
So very recent, like February, this year. And so, but I worked on like a few projects, albums, in between that 5 year span. I was doing other stuff. I put out my last album, 2023. I'm just working on so much different music. But I originally was going to call it Boys Don't Cry because I had, went through a pretty bad breakup a few years ago. And that originally was going to be the title, and the concept was going to be a lot more like heartbreak, kind of like breakup, kind of sad, like, but I just... That
music that you got to listen to when you're going through it. Yeah,
exactly. And, but I went through a lot of healing and just getting doing the work to get through, get out of that space. And, I talked a lot about that on my last project, which was really focused on like, my healing journey and mental health, shout out to Hell Now, Heaven Later. If you haven't heard that, go check it out. But, I just kind of went through a lot of like healing, and these last few years were very like transformative. That transition from my late 20s into my 30s, a lot of like, different friendships that I lost, that I gained, people that, did a lot of life changes, right? Really transformative, that Saturn return. But I feel like I got to a point where I just didn't. When it came time for me to circle back to the R&B record, I didn't want to do a sad heartbreak album anymore. Like I wasn't in that space anymore.
Right.
Like I had healed from that, so it was like, okay, well, how do we like reconceptualize it? How do we like get it back to a place where it feels current and you know, like authentic to how I feel right now. And so I feel like, you know, never satisfied is kind of where I'm at when it comes to
current state,
current state, you know what
never
I mean?
satisfied. Okay.
But I'm very open. I'm very I think I'm very conscious about like what all of that entails. So
yeah. I was gonna say that my next question was the title Never Satisfied. I mean, you kind of just explained it, but was there anything else behind that title for you?
Hello,